Hello and welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. Joining. That sounds weird. Thank you for joining me today. Anyways, thank you for joining me today on this beautiful day. It's a beautiful day for beautiful people, and I'm talking about you, of course. And yeah, I think we both know the purpose of this video. Yes, indeed. Today I'm gonna be doing the full tutorial, the long-awaited full tutorial for this little machine that I made a while ago, which I like a lot. Hopefully you like it as much as I do. And yeah, it's gonna be a completely in-depth tutorial, complete tutorial, full tutorial, whatever you wanna call it. So by the end of it, hopefully you have your new counter. So buckle up, grab your redstone, make your coffee or something, because this is gonna take a while. Well, not a while, but probably like at most an hour. So yeah, let's stop wasting time and let's get right to it, shall we? Okay, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is this right here. You're gonna wanna make an 8 made out of redstone lamps, as shown right here. And the other 2 blocks are completely of your choice, except that this needs to be a solid block so it supports levers. But yeah, I recommend this setup, the redstone lamps, then obsidian or coal blocks or black wool, so it like gives depth, and then another block. Here you could use quartz or snow or white wool or sandstone or anything you like, of course. But this is my recommended setup. So just do the 8 surrounded with 2 blocks of your choice and come down here, and here you're gonna wanna place a lever. Over on this side, you're gonna wanna place a button. And that's pretty much it for the display, really. That's the front of it, here's the back of it, with nothing. Here's where all the wiring is gonna be, of course. So yeah, that's it for the display. Let's move on to the wiring. Alrighty, the first part of the wiring we are gonna be making today is the black circuit, which is basically what makes everything work and cycle. You know, this is like the clock and the heart of the machine. So this is very important. It's also extremely important you place all the blocks where they're supposed to be, with their corresponding redstone, and all the repeaters with their corresponding delays. If you mess up on one delay, pretty much the whole thing is not gonna work correctly. So make sure to pay a little bit of attention, as much attention as you can, and so follow me along. First part we're gonna do is the button. So come to the back of the button, and right on the back of the block where the button is, place a repeater, and that is gonna feed into a block. But this block actually is part of the blue circuit. You know, it's another circuit. So you can replace that with the blue wool and go down that repeater powers that, and that powers the redstone. So do 2 blocks like so. That repeater goes into a piston with a block, and then 3 blocks out, 2 redstone and a single repeater, and that repeater powers a dot of redstone which is on top of this block, like that. So that is your button circuit. Like you see, it sends out a single pulse. Now we're gonna do the lever, which is over here. So like the button, come back to the back of the block that the lever is on and place a repeater. Now this is a little bit more tricky, so that goes into that doesn't need to be blue. Again, the same thing, that powers that block, and the block powers the redstone, and that redstone in turn powers 2 blocks on its side. Okay, so like surround that redstone dust except on this side. So the first block on the right of the repeater here, so yeah, this block right here is actually being supported by a piston. So if you want to remove it, go ahead, place the piston below and place the block again. Now beside the piston, place a repeater, and that repeater goes into another block like so. Okay, over on this block that is also being powered by this piece of redstone, go ahead and do that and place a repeater facing that way and into a piston which is gonna be facing sideways with a block. Okay, now you got your 2 pistons that you're gonna need for this. So go ahead and place 12 blocks like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2, that's 12. And at the end of the 12, place another 4. Now this is gonna be the clock that is gonna run everything, and the clock is consisting of 8 repeaters which go like so. So it's 1, 2, then over here 3, 4, 5, and the final 3 go like this, 1, 2, 3. Okay, filling the missing spaces with redstone, except this one. You want to place a block there. Don't place redstone here, for the repeater is going to extend and act as a completion to the clock. And these 2 final redstone pieces. And again, this is very important. So all of the repeaters here need to be on the 2nd tick delay, except 1. Okay, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 needs to be in the 1st tick delay, or no delay at all. And over here, this repeater next to the piston also needs to be on the 2nd tick delay. And that's pretty much it for the black circuit. If you want to test it out, this is what it should do. As you can see, the lever should start a clock, which is, this lights up roughly every second, and once you deactivate it, the clock stops, and the button should just do a single pulse like so. If your black circuit does that, then you are finished, and we are ready to move to the blue circuit. So this is a bit more fun, so buckle up. Okay, this right here is the blue circuit, also known as the decoding mechanism. This is one of the more complex parts of the machine, one of the parts that took me the most to design, but in the end it ended up very good and very compact. So again, you're gonna need to pay quite a bit of attention to get it all right. So the basic premise of this part is that there are 7 segments in this display that creates all the numbers. Oh my god, of course it's raining. And those 7 segments create each of the numbers. That's how you get different segments to light up, and you get your different numbers, like so. Each segment consists of 3 redstone lamps, and this consists of decoding the piston tape and making them into numbers. So it sounds kind of complicated, and it kind of is, but you don't really need to understand it. Just copy what I'm doing and you should be fine. Again, pay attention for the delays, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so we're back here at our counter, and to get started you're gonna wanna come over here, locate the center block, like this middle line, put a block on it and go out 4 blocks. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can remove these 3, and this will help as an aid to creating each of the segments. So this should be 7 long, so just do that. 1, 2, 3. Now you have 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, it's 7 long, 1 for each of the segments. As you can see, the whole build is 7 wide. So yeah, this is gonna be your base for each of the segments. So let's start with the first one, shall we? Okay, for this one you're gonna wanna start by placing a repeater. That's gonna be your first block. That repeater will feed into a block, which in turn powers a redstone dust below, and that redstone dust will power another repeater which is below. And from that repeater you wanna go out 2 to the side with redstone dusts. Okay, that's where the blue part of the black circuit comes in. Oh no, it's down here. I removed it, so this is the placed blue block you placed before, which is part of the blue circuit. And here you want to place a repeater, yet another repeater, and just do this, like wrap around this block right here and just fill it in with redstone. So that is what your first segment should look like. And if you test it out, the whole three bottom center redstone lamps should light up. So that is your first segment done. So let's move on to the second one. Alrighty, for this one it's a little bit trickier. Well, not really, but you'll see, okay? So you want to start off with a single redstone dust beside the first redstone repeater you already placed, and then a repeater like so. That repeater powers a block which goes down like so, and just put 2 blocks like so and 2 redstone. This will connect, so place another block right there. And here's a little tricky part. On the side of the block where this repeater is, you want to play a tripwire hook. You can also place a button or a lever, basically anything that just makes this redstone turn around. Now that is very important, and make sure you place either a button, a lever, or a tripwire. Otherwise your whole thing will be messed up, because you'll be displaying things that aren't really numbers, because all of this thing will be messed up, you know. So make sure you place that. And finally, for this one, you just want to come down here and place a repeater, you know, below this and beside the redstone for the first one. And that is actually your second line done. And if we test it out, the bottom right should turn up. Let's see. Yes, indeed. 3 light up, bottom right. So it is working. Now let's move on to the third one, which is actually one of the simplest ones. Okay, as for this one is very easy. I like these 3 next ones because they are so easy to do. Just place a repeater there, set that to the second delay. That repeater will be powering a block in front of it, and just place another block, Here we're gonna have a redstone and yet another repeater. That repeater is gonna be powering a block, and that block will be powering a redstone dust below it, like so. And that is actually you done with the top, right? Let's test it out. Yes, it works. Very, very good. Oh my god, so much rain. Shut up. Okay, now the middle one is also a very, very simple one. So let's just do it right now. You want to start off with a piece of redstone, single piece of redstone, then a repeater. That repeater powers a block in front of it, which has a piece of redstone, and then just place another repeater and you are done. Now the only thing you need to do is just put this on the second delay and we should test it out. Top center should light up. Yes, indeed. So now let's move on to the next one, the fifth one, which I think is top left. Okay, so this one is an exact copy of the top right. So again, just do the same thing. Repeater, set that to 2. Block right next to it, another block. On the first one, place a redstone dust. On the second, a repeater. That repeater powers a redstone dust below it. Just like so. As I said, it's the same thing as this one. And now for the final two ones, they are a little bit different and a little bit more complicated, so pay attention. Okay, we'll start this one a little different. This is the starting point, but what you want to do to start it is come over here, over to this place. Right beside this repeater, you're gonna place a block, and on top of it, a repeater. On the back side of this repeater, you're gonna place another block, let's see, like so, and you now have completely hidden that repeater. You cannot see it, but it's there, of course. And what we're gonna want to do is power that. So now we start as usual. We come over here. Now we start with a redstone dust, and this one goes down. This powers the repeater below it, and this one set that to the second delay as well. And from here, just go out 2 blocks. Let's see how not to confuse you. Stand on here, please. 1, 2 blocks, yeah, and just fill it in with redstone. So that redstone powers this block, and remember, this block is right on the back of the repeater we placed earlier, which should be here. Yes, it is. So that is your semi-final one done. If we test it out, that's the center one. It works. And finally, the last one. For this one, you want to get out your redstone torches. Oh yes, your redstone torches. Okay, let's get started with this one. Okay, this is a fun one. Let's see. First, you start off with a repeater here. Okay, that repeater powers a block and a redstone below. Okay, now this is where you bring in your redstone torches. Place your first redstone torch on the side of this block with the redstone. Okay, so below this redstone torch go 1 and 2 blocks. On the second block here, place a redstone dust, and on the side of the redstone dust, right on the frame of your display itself, place another block. And on the side of this block you place beside the redstone, place a torch like so. Okay, so let's see. You're gonna see these 2 redstone lamps right here. You wanna place a redstone dust right here. Okay, you see that? And that redstone dust will be powered by a block which is right on top of this redstone torch. Okay, so just place that. And believe it or not, that works. So let's test it out. This should be, I think, what is this? I think this is bottom left. Yes, let's see. Yes, indeed. The 3 redstone lamps light up, so that is your sign. And let's see if... Let's test this out. With this, we should get a number 8. Yes, we do. So now we are finished with the blue circuit. That wasn't too bad, was it? Hopefully it wasn't too bad for you. It wasn't too bad for me, at least. So yeah, we're actually kind of halfway done. So don't get excited. And if you were already excited, well, de-excite yourself. Oh my god, you horny bat. Just kidding. Let's skip this PG-13, shall we? Okay, now let's see, what are we gonna do next? Oh yeah, the piston tape and all that fun stuff. So let's get going. Alrighty. Right now we only have like... just kidding. Sorry for my voice, for my accent. Anyways. Oh my god, how awkward. Okay. Right now, actually we're kinda done. I was just kidding where we said. Oh no. No, okay. Forget that. Anyways, part 2. We are now only missing 3 main parts, and this red one is optional. So these parts are the piston tape, the brown circuit, which is really not a circuit, it's just redstone torches and repeaters, and the gray circuit, which is a pretty fast one. So yeah, right now we're gonna be making the piston tape, so let's get started on that. And we're also gonna do the brown thing, which is not a circuit, alongside with that, because that doesn't deserve a separate sequence of its own. It's just repeaters and torches. So let's get started. Okay, we are back here, and we're gonna start off with the piston tape. Okie dokie, let's see. How to start this? Okay, the first pistons you're gonna wanna place are on top of this line of repeaters and redstone dusts. So you're gonna do the first line. Each of the lines, there are 4 of them, each of the lines are 7 pistons long, so you're gonna need 28 pistons. Oh my god! As I was saying, 28 pistons in total. I don't know why I do that thing with the T's, you know? It might sound weird for you. It sounds weird for me, of course, but hopefully it doesn't sound that weird to you. Okay, anyways, that's the first piston line you're gonna wanna make. Which reminds me, over here, as the final part for this blue circuit, you're gonna wanna go up 1 here and up 1 here. Grab your tripwire again, or button, or lever, as I said, and place 2 like so. That will prevent any unwanted extensions of these pistons right here. Just do it. It's very important, so just do it. Okay, anyways, moving on to the piston tape. So once you set this single line of pistons, what you're gonna wanna do is do a square, like so. Let's see. This square is 4 by 4, and this will help as a guide, as a reference for the rest of the pistons and for the brown circuit. So as you can see, there's a 2 by 2 hole in this square, and that's where you're gonna wanna place the brown circuit. So it goes like so. 2 blocks in diagonal of each other, and just go out the full 7 blocks. Just let me make a day. Okay, once you've done that, go ahead and do the same for the block diagonal for this one. 7 long, and just go ahead and place lots and lots of repeaters on this. Well, not lots and lots, just 7. Fun fact, 7 is my favorite number. Yay. Okay, and down here, place redstone torches like so. And that is the brown circuit done. Which, as I said, is not really a circuit because it's just that. It's the loser. It's the loser of the circuits. So yeah, you're done with that. Now let's keep doing the pistons, okay? So let's see this. Let's do this as reference from the right side. So you got that there, right? So from here, the next pistons are gonna be facing down up here. Okay, then down here on the right, they're gonna be facing to the left, and down here they're gonna be facing up like so. So you should have that, and then just fill them in, cowboy. Let's see, 7 on each. Okay, this is a little tedious, so let's just cut it here and just... Okay, so you're done with that, right? Hopefully you are. Otherwise you're going pretty slow. You're done with that. You've placed your 28 pistons. So you're done with your piston tape. Now what you need to do is fill it in. Fill this this square with solid blocks. It is very important that they are solid blocks. Otherwise it won't work, and you can't also use obsidian nor crafting tables nor stuff like that because they can't get moved by pistons. So yeah, just fill it in like so. Okay, so that's filled in, right? You've got this nice beautiful piston tape, but there's one thing missing. There's a catch. This here won't work. You need to remove 2 of the lines you just placed, and those lines are here, this one, and opposite on the diagonal side is this one. Okay, so now each of these lines of 7 blocks is the code for each one of the numbers, and if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 10. There are 10 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. So yeah, it's all mathematically correct. So you should have this. And yeah, we're pretty much done with this part of the build. Now let's finish it. Well, not finish it. Let's do one of the final parts, which is the gray circuit. Shall we? Yes, we shall. Okay, we are nearing the finish line. This circuit, what it does basically, it connects the clock down here, the inputs, to the pistons. So yeah, it's kind of important. Without this, your whole thing will not work. Actually, everything in this build is extremely important, which is one thing that I like. You know, there's not a single thing that you can remove if you want this to work correctly. So yeah, that's a pretty neat thing I like about this. So enough chitter chatter, let's get building. Okay, we're here. This is looking nice. Okay, let's see, how do you do this? Okay, locate this bottom row of pistons, okay? Diagonal from them, you want to do this. Place 2 blocks in front of each piston, like so, and on top of them a repeater with no delay. Make sure they don't have any delay. And in front of the repeaters, just a lot of redstone. So now you have connected this row of pistons. From here, you want to locate the middle, which is this block right here, and go out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And place 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing, redstone, no repeaters. And on the left side, start a spiral staircase kind of thingy up until you reach this row of pistons. For this staircase, you can use either glowstone or half down slabs like this slab, like this. It'll work the same. If you're building this in survival, I recommend using the slabs. But as someone noted in one of my videos, I don't think there are a lot of people who are gonna make this in survival, so just do it with glowstone or whatever the heck you want. It's your build. Well, it's my build, but you're building it. Anyways, so do that. Place redstone on each one of the glowstones or slabs. And let's see, to connect this one, you want to place wool on top of each piston and a block there. A repeater here, and just redstone on top of each one of the blocks. And set this repeater to 4. Like so. So you're done with that. Now come up here. And for this, you want to do... Is that right? Yes, I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, up here, do that. Block beside each one of the pistons and block in there. On this one, place a repeater, set that with no delay, and redstone on each one of these blocks. Now come over here to the second piston from this point of view and just make a bridge over to here and place wool on top of this, all of these pistons like so. Up here you're gonna place a redstone on top of each of these wool blocks, 2 redstone, then a repeater, set that to the 3rd delay like so, and then a final redstone dust. And that is actually the end of your gray circuit, and this thing is actually working now. So you can test it out by placing a block there, and once we press the button, this block should now be here on top of this brown block. So let's check it out. Let's see if that works. Yes, indeed. Now it is here. So that means the button is working because this thing just cycled once. Now let's test the lever. Shut up. Let's see. Now let's see. You saw how this gray block cycled a full cycle of the 10 numbers. So if that happens with yours, it means you're pregnant basically, and it also means that this thing is working and you've been doing it right this whole time. You should be so proud of yourself. And yeah, it means that it's working. So now we can continue to making all the different numbers on this piston tape, which is one of the more tedious parts, but it of course needs to be done, otherwise this thing, you know, doesn't really work for anything. So let's get started. Okay, we're back here at the one that is completed, and here we can see how the number codings work. So it basically is just a pattern of solid and non-solid blocks, which are any solid block and either glowstone or any kind of glass. So I recommend using just a solid block and glass, but you can use glowstone as well if you you're rich. So yeah, right now I'm gonna be showing you each one of the codings for each number. And let's see, let's start with 0. Here we are on our build. And as I said, let's start with number 0. So I've placed these signs over here to aid us in our process of making this. So for 0, you're just gonna wanna place a non-solid block, a glass, on the center one. This will make the center segment to like turn off, so you'll get this, which is number 0. So for this, I'm just gonna tell you basically, let's see, I'm just gonna go through the whole line of blocks, and I'm just gonna tell you solid or non-solid, solid or solid or no. Yeah, solid or no for each block. So the 0 will be solid, 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 no, solid. Okay, so that'll make it easier for us. Okay, that's 0. Let's move on to 1. Every time you cycle, you should get an 8 because you have all your solid blocks in here, and all of them leading up make an 8. So for 1, you're gonna wanna be no, solid, solid, no, 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 no. So only 2 solids on top right and top and bottom right, and that'll give you a number 1. So moving on to number 2, it is number 2 goes solid, no, solid, solid, no, solid, solid. It's a little bit of a pattern here. Only 2 non-solid. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Only 2 non-solids, and that should give you number 2, as you see right here. Now for number 3, it's pretty easy, okay? Oh my god, don't fall. It's solid, 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 no, solid, no. That should give you number 3, as you see right here. Number 4 is no, solid, solid, no, solid, solid, no. That right there gives you number 4. Very good, I'm remembering this. This is very good. Press the button again. Again, every time you make a different number, make sure to cycle the counter once, so you get a new line. Of course, it's pretty obvious, but just a reminder. So, for number 5, let's see. For this one, it goes solid, solid, no, solid, 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 and no. So just 2 glass, and they should give you number 5. Moving on to number 6, it's even easier than number 5. Just do solid, solid, and then a glass, and then it's just all solids. And that is your number 6. Alrighty, for number 7, for this one it goes no, solid, 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 and the rest no's, just glass. So it's like that, and that gives you number 7. Now for number 8, it's the most complex and hard and horrible one. You just gotta go like that, then it's just all solids, and then just move on to number 9. Yes, that was horrible. Hopefully I can sleep at night. For number 9, it's all solids except the last one here for bottom left, and that should give you number 9. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We're back to 0. You know what that means? You know what that means? It means that we're almost done. Haha! We're still missing a piece here, which is not completely necessary, but it does help a lot, because right now, as it is, once you activate the lever, it'll start running, you know. And once you deactivate it, it takes a while to stop, you know. It takes normally like 1 or 2 digits to just comes to a stop. So with this little circuit, it's really little, so you don't really need to worry. With this little circuit, it'll just take one number to stop. So I do really recommend you do this. So yeah, let's do it. It's really quick. Okay, this is it right here. This little line and this piston right here that you see, that's pretty much it. So this is the finished one. So let's build it on ours. We are here, and the first thing you're gonna wanna do is just place a redstone torch there. So just leave it there, and now come over here, and you're gonna do a little bit of vandalizing here. I say here a lot, sorry. You're gonna do a little bit of vandalizing, but that's okay. Just make sure to rebuild everything as it was. So remove this block, and this block, and this block, and this block. Okay? Down here, down there is where your piston will be. So let's go ahead and place that. Right there, and now I can't leave, so break this as well and just place it back there. Place not redstone, place just the block that was there on top of the piston, and that will extend and retract. Over here, just rebuild what you destroyed, which should just be that. Now you are gonna come down. Whoops! Don't do that. Don't destroy that one. Okay, so block right beside that piston, and over here you place blocks like so, just an L shape from that redstone torch over here to the, oh my god, I see here so much, I just noticed that. Okay, from that redstone torch to this piston. Oh my god, I'm sleepy. Okay, so right below this redstone torch, you want to place 2 redstone dusts, which should light up, and beside these 2, place a block with another torch, which should be inverted. You can remove these 2 and just place redstone over from this inverted torch over to this block, which should power this piston. And you're done. That's pretty much it. So guess what? Guess what now? We are finished. We are so finished. Congratulations if you made if you made it this far. Yeah, you're now pretty much done with the counter. So now let's go ahead and test it out. First, the button. It should cycle 1 number each time you press it. 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So the button is indeed working. Now the lever, let's check that out. Oh, that's so beautiful. That looks so beautiful. So let's go ahead and... Whoa, that's very loud. Let's go ahead and check that new mechanism you made down there. Let's see. You see? It stops almost immediately. Sometimes it does take, like, you stop it at 8 and it will stop at 9. But yeah, it stops very, very fast due to this, thanks to this. And yeah, as you just saw, this works like a charm. Hopefully yours works that way as well. So congratulations, you've just built your own redstone lamp counter. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do, because I really like this build. I am very, very proud of it, so let's keep watching it. I don't see a reason not to. Except the sound, maybe. There you go. That's nice and low. So, you've made it this far, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The only thing that is optional, and I'm gonna do another video for it because this one is quite long. It's running quite long, probably about an hour or so, 40 minutes probably, is the output. Now that output is also a very, very important part of the build if you want to connect 2 or more of these counters together, you know, to form 2, 3, 4 digit numbers like 99, 999, and so. Like it is right now, you cannot hook up more, so you gotta do that circuit, which I'm gonna show you. It's a very small one. It's the red one over here. If you wanna copy it just by eyes, you can do that. The output is this one, these 2 repeaters right here. It's very easy to do. You can copy it with your eyes, but if not, I'm gonna do a separate video on it and show you how you can hook up 2 or more of these together. So, concluding, you are done. You have just built this. Hopefully it's working for you. Hopefully you like it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was entertaining and informative and you like this. So if you did, please leave a like and comment down below. And if you're a nice person, which of course you are, go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna be uploading more tutorials and let's plays and just a whole ton of nice stuff for you, just for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.